Good morning, friends. I'm back with another journal share. This is an antique book, and it's titled Hurlbut's Story of the Bible for Young and Old. I think it's from the mid 1920s, and I'll explain later why I think that. But I've kept the cover as is. There's a little bit of wear where you would expect it to be, but it's really in good shape. I have reinforced the inside of the cover, the spine, with fabric. The back is beautiful, or the spine, I should say, and then the back. There's a few little scratches, but really it's in good shape. It's tied with a brown seam binding double tie there. It is the hollow back method, so it does lay flat, as you can see, and it's jam-packed full of goodness. I'm just going to put this little roll of thread behind it to keep it propped up. Okay, so the inside, like I said, the inside spine I reinforced with fabric, and it's a really pretty fern-like fabric. So I took the cue from that and made the inside book covers with a fern. I printed on craft cardstock a bunch of ferns. They're little sketches of ferns. And so there's an envelope, window envelope here that's been collaged. I'll list in the description if I've used other people's digitals. Most of the digitals in here are my own, and I'll try to have a link to those for my Etsy store as well. So inside each window envelope, I like to have something pretty to look at when the tag is gone. This is an old time card, copy of an old time card for space to journal, and this is some of my washi tape that I've recently put on. And then this is a side tuck as well. And these are some cards that I've made. They're not on my Digi store though. This was in the original book, and I thought I might as well keep it. It's somebody typed out a prayer. Since this has kind of a Bible, I mean, it was a Bible story book. I thought I'm going to include maybe some Bible pictures, Christian themed photos, etc. Also, I wanted to include all of these colorized illustrations from the original book. So those will be with the book. Okay, this was written inside the book. It's the library call number for this book, and this was just a little scrap of paper that was used as a bookmark, so that got put in here too. There's some little ephemera for extra journaling space. This is one of my digitals. Wherever there's book pages that has just some writing, I included on some of the pages some blank pieces of paper, and this was from a journal, or a diary, I should say, a day book from 1931. Just gives you extra spaces to write. This is an old typing manual page. This is from Edith Holden. Here's a little bottom tuck, and here I found some little, what are they called? Little Pilgrim lesson pictures. This one is from the third quarter, September 1st, 1901. And it's about Isaac the Peacemaker. And then I made a little tablet with some extra journaling space, and that fits real nicely right there. Here's some extra journaling space. It's the date due paper that goes inside books. And I've used some of my washi tape to make it look like it's been taped down. Another date due page with a little bird collaged on it. Oh, I should have mentioned, she's 7 signatures with 6 pages each, and I think it's about 168 pages front and back. She's almost 9 tall, 6 wide, and almost 2-inch spine. This is just a little topper. It just sits on top of the page, and then I had it paper clipped down, but it just flips open, and there's a space to journal here. There's some little tickets, admit tickets to some entertainment, and some more place to journal back behind and over here too. I found some fun, kind of industrial-like clip art that I made into full spreads for the middles of each signature. Here's a little side tuck. I do know that a lot of the calling cards that I have in here came from tailor-made journals. And one of the other collage digitals that I've used comes from the Journalosity shop. So check those out. Okay, so here is an original page from the book. I have it covered in tracing paper, but you can see all about it. And then it has, I don't think I have the original where it says the copyright, but it does say entered according to Act of Congress in the year 1904. So I don't know if that was the original copyright of this series of books, but inside the book was a name or a book plate. This book belongs to H. Dean Spear, and then somebody must have gifted him this book Christmas, December 25th of 1924. So that's why I'm thinking it was probably a new book that was given to Dean Spear from, I can't tell, it looks like Jason, but this almost looks like Pa, so I have no idea who it's from, but this is the date, so I think that's important. And I have this where you can maybe glue it into the book if you want, or I just have it clipped on the page with the bulldog clip. There's ledger pages, there's graph page paper. Here's a little corner bottom tuck. This is a copy of an old cabinet card. I thought it looked good with this cowboy class or comic tuck there. He looks like a cowboy. And another one of those Bible lesson cards. This one is from 1905. This is a little window envelope that you can remove. You can write on the back. I'd like to have something peek through the envelope. So here's a little kitty. And then there's extra space to journal with some of my washi tape. And I like to decorate my paper clips. Another spread for the middle of that signature. Here's some more writing opportunity. There's a little collaging there on that journal or the ledger page. I found an old report card, so I made a copy of the grades and the signatures of the parent. Some more washi tape here. I needed to extend the width of this page, so I used that for decorating. And a little side tuck as well. These little tags are on my Etsy store. And here's a little tag, I guess, for when you drop off your car, and there's your key. It's to label your key when you leave your car at the mechanics. Another corner tuck and another Bible lesson card. This one is from July 22nd, 1906. And here's some more green stamps to finish off your green stamp purchase. Here's some stained glass window art. It's on my Etsy store. They look so cool, all grunged up. And then here's just some little nature cards for extra journaling. Some more ledger. More writing space. There's a top tuck, and this holds a book page that's made into an envelope, and it holds some photos. There's a little tuck spot with a journal card that's been collaged and some space to write. I love using the black paper from old photo albums. Recycle, recycle, recycle. Okay, and then this one flips open for another collaged place, and this is a little pocket here with another one of my journaling cards, and I just thought that was a fun image. And we're all sons and daughters of the king, so here's your crown. Just remember that. Some more green stamps in a belly band. There's another cool graphic for the middle of that signature. Here's another one of those little envelopes made out of book page. And there's just there's an index card that's waiting to be written on. And this is, it's a auction receipt. There's another tuck spot with a tag to write on. And this flips open, and there's a little card, another tag to journal on. Okay, here's a large window envelope that I've made into a tuck spot, And there's a couple things in here. I've backed it with some more of that black photo page, photo album page, and then backed it with some paper. It got really grungy, but I thought, hey, it's supposed to look old. I used some music paper, sheet paper to act as the tab. And then here's another, and then you can look through the envelope, the window, for something pretty. And then this was a copy of the tin that used to hold chalk. I just love the graphics. And it's a place to write and journal. And then there's a side tuck as well. I put the bulldog clip there just so it wouldn't go too far in and be hard to grab out. So you can take that off. And since this is what we used to get our negatives in when we would take our film into the store, and then it would come back and the negatives would be in this little bag, I thought, well, this has to be filled with photos. So I have a handy dandy lifter so that they don't get stuck in the bottom and you can't pull it out, and there's extra room to journal. And I used the cardstock that the backs or the covers are covered in with the fern art. But here's the photos that are inside. This cute little sailor girl. There's my mom and her brother. This was in some of my dad's things from the Army, and I think it might be one of the movie stars. It was probably something that her agency sent out to the boys while they were away. This, I imagine, might have been my dad's girlfriend in Germany, because it was in his scrapbook. And then this was a little boy in, I think it was in that same scrapbook of my dad's, but I can't remember who he is. I just think he's so cute. And then these fancy little ladies. So they just fit right there, and then they slide into this little envelope. And then we put the little bulldog clip back in, and it just gets tucked right there in the side. Another little tuck spot here with some nature or journal cards. Here's it's an original postcard, and it has texture on it. It's embossed, I should say, and all of the original writing is in the back. And then this little envelope, holds some stamps and a tiny little calling card. And another little tuck spot here with a little zebra as a little tuck spot with a bear and a horse. My thank you card, one of my Zentangle art cards for journaling, and then it's not the card from this book, and this isn't the inside of the book either, it's another book, but it makes a great pocket, you know. And then here's another window envelope, and it has a tag that has an old let's see, it's a form that it looks like maybe the railroad workers might have had to fill out. Train number, caboose number, on duty, blah, 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 times left, times arrived. So that makes kind of a fun little journaling space. And that's pretty to look at. And that is it, my friends. I sure hope you like it. I'll be putting her on my Etsy store soon. Thanks for looking. Have a good day.